I'm not sure if I can do it, but I like to call this video a Firefly unboxing. There's no box, it's AI. You get it. I'm about to show you how Firefly works and provide step-by-step guide to using powerful AI tools created by Adobe called Firefly. Ever open Firefly and feel overwhelmed? I hope this video finds creative individuals who may feel lost in their process of improving their skills, especially right now in AI era. Empowered artists with AI have the potential to make money, and my intention is to help you to achieve this. In a world filled with negativity, it's important to find a positive and fulfilled path. Where do you ever start with all these buttons and options? Well, if you are totally beginner to AI generative content making, congratulations, you find the right spot. No worries about the configuration or complex patches, diving into an unknown environment, node-based complex UI. Firefly is beautiful and minimal. Once in a while, the background gets a fresh update in a version and your favorite feature is right away from you. But to know what them do and how you can use them in action, understanding each of them is doing how you can apply these to your next project can be a question. Today, we're going to solve that, and here is the beginner complete tour. Well, before we dive in, I recommend subscribe to my channel because it's just the beginning and there is more and other many videos sharing with you through this channel talking about generative AI and how we can use the AI tools in our creative project. And guys, I'm giving away a Firefly prompt pack plus a guide for a beginner. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to this channel, leave a comment below with your biggest Firefly challenge, and register on the links in below in comment section. I will announce the limit winners when we hit the upcoming milestone, which is a 5K. Smash that thumbs up if you are ready to level up your creativity career. Subscribe for weekly AI generative tutorials and follow my Instagram for behind the scenes content and bonus tips. So let's go. Okay, this is the well-known platform that you already know about it, the adobe.com website. When you come in and you see basically what you have through your Creative Cloud subscription and what you can use, it can be different based on your location or region. So don't worry about it. It's going to be like the same, but kind of different. Basically, we have a lot of access here and you have a lot of information, but what we are interested about and what we want to focus on is the Firefly. So you can just simply click on that hamburger bottom. It's not hamburger here, it's a kind of different one. The Firefly icon is on the top in the middle right now, and I hope it's going to be in the same place when you want to test the Adobe Firefly. If not, you can simply select the all apps here and you can go through the all apps and you can see all of the program that you can use, and also Firefly is here. So what I'm gonna show you is, first of all, knowing about the basic information that you have to have in your mind before using Adobe Firefly. So we are going to talking about every feature that Firefly has already, like image to text, text to video, and also more complex features that you can use for more complex project like board or maybe vectorizing videos and photo. But what is interesting is actually if you are individual, like an individual creator, we don't want to talk about student or teachers tiers planning, but if you are individual, so the tiering is quite straightforward. You can have access to Adobe Firefly free, so you don't have to have access through your subscription. But the thing is that for sure you're going to get the limited generation credit when you want to work and use these features. So, and also you can try the standard features, and also mood board is into this free tiering of Adobe Firefly, but for the basic one here in Canada, you have to pay about $13, 13 Canadian dollars when you want to use it. It can be different in different regions, as I said, but for most of the users, standard can be like the standard tiering that you can use. If you are fully into AI, so maybe the premium version is better. Something in the middle. I think I haven't used Firefly for a couple of weeks right now, and what I can see that 4,000 monthly generation is quite okay. You can kind of use that tier for almost maybe 2 to 3 projects, and what we can basically generate is about a tons of photos that you can use. I didn't use it for video yet, but I'm gonna having some project for the video for sure, because I want to like coming in a pedagogic set that give me a better understanding how I can use this powerful LLM and fundamental model of AI. So if you want my recommendation, if you are like really beginner, if you are like just want to try and give it a try, maybe monthly program for standard is going to be something suitable for you. But the pro is the decent one. Actually, I will say that the pro is the like the middle ground of what you can use stress free, and you can of course export some project that is usable for you and for your clients. Okay, this is the Adobe Firefly user interface right now. I love the background. Actually, it's super beautiful. Once in a while they change the background, but what I have been experiencing for the last couple weeks and also months is that the whole interface is quite the same. We're gonna starting from signing, really simple for those who are super beginner, and this tutorial is for the beginner for sure. So we are going to go through it step by step. So you simply sign into your accounts, what you have, and when you are signing in, you can see more information about how many credit you have already in your Adobe Firefly account. So now I just log it in my account, and what you can see is that when you click on the right top corner in your picture, you can see the accounts that you have already, how many credit you have, what is the next reset timing, and also if you want to buy more credit, you can always have the access through this button. You can just click on it and you can go through the process that you can buy more credit that you can use in your account with different price setting. Okay, when you are into Adobe Firefly platform, and also you have to be sure that you click on the top menu on the Firefly, so you're gonna get access to all of the features that you have from the Firefly. And basically what you can see is the feature is the most favorite one from all of the users. If you are into making some image, you can simply click on image, and video also has its own special tab. There is also tab for audio, and it's really useful because it has a lot of different features that you can use. And also you can see the coming soon enhanced speech, which is coming from Adobe Podcast in audio enhancement. And also the vector has been come to Adobe Firefly. So it's kind of umbrella that having all of the features and all of the aspect that a creator going to be need for producing something. It can be, as I said, from the vectors through all the way to just a single image that you can use for your next upcoming project. So by just exploring them, you can see what feature they has and how we can use it. And in my opinion, it's the Firefly cover almost most of the AI feature that you need, because there's a different LLM, there's a different APIs and also agent models that you can use after. But what I can say that the range of the covering features from Adobe is quite wide, because it has from image to image all the ways to vectorizing and having transparent background that you can use, and also what I mentioned as a specific agent for audio. I'm just gonna go through them like really fast, but just have it in mind that we're gonna talk about every of them in a specialized video that we're gonna deep dive into these features, and understanding how they can how we can use them in your project. So image to text to image is basically prompt to image LLM that is quite familiar for a lot of AI makers, and also can be used for beginner users to generate some pictures from prompting a text to getting an image. And the prompt is quite different in Adobe Firefly because you can see a lot of structures out there like JSVO, and also the other format that you can use through Discord, for example, for Midjourney. But through the Firefly, you can use your natural language to communicate with the agents behind the Firefly or the Firefly AI. And it's amazing actually because it has access to different languages like Spanish. You can use English as well. Sometimes it's not working as it should with other languages, but English is the most safe one for sure. And if you want to describe something, it's just simply to describe your idea and try to give better understanding to the AI agent to export and generate the image that you have in your mind. The second part is Generative Fill. You may have been used Generative Fill before on, for example, Adobe Photoshop. It is already on Adobe After Effects, and I can see some Generative Fill in Adobe Premiere Pro. But here you can have access to change a specific spot on your image by adding or removing some object and using Generative Fill for that specific purpose. So scene to image is really interesting actually, because you can use a really simple 3D platform for making what you have in your mind. And by using AI of Adobe Firefly, you can give it texture, give it mood, and also make it to a real character or real word object in 3D. Text effect is super popular actually because it's giving you ability to change the textures and mood and also format to different types that you have in your minds. Before AI or before Adobe Firefly, it was super complex. It was like a process of workflow through the Illustrator, Photoshop, and then After Effects, and using different 3D program. We're gonna especially talk about text to effect on different video because it's super popular and it's super useful. Generate template can be really useful, especially for those who are content maker, for those who are specifically have focus on making content for social media channels like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, because it gives you a lot of different formats, which is a standard on the platforms like 4:5, I don't know, 16:9, or maybe 9:16, and other aspect ratios that is being useful through the social media. And it's basically open Adobe Express. So it's like a patch inside Adobe Firefly to use Adobe Express also in combine of Adobe Firefly to get the temperature you need. The video from Adobe Firefly got live, I think, 2024. I would love to explore more how video API work with Adobe Firefly because, as you know, I'm really niched into motion picture and videos, so it's going to be definitely my favorite spot to explore and see how it's going to be working. But basically what we can have in mind is that it's going to be following the exact same principle of text to image, but instead it's going to be text to video here. So it's going to be your national language. You can just describe what you want and you're going to get picture that is moving, which is a video. But also you can give your own reference image to the Adobe Firefly API AI program and give it a hint to what you want and how you want to move it. So you're going to basically get a movie from your image reference. The third one that you can see here is generate the transparent background. It is really useful, especially if you are into compositing with After Effects. I remember that we sometimes we forced to buy a lot of package just to using one single video, like if that was exploding, or maybe that was a shooting gun, or maybe, I don't know, a cloud, or maybe you want to have whatever it can be used on a composite project, especially in After Effects. But here you have access to generating the transparent background that you can just dive in, just prompt what you want, and you're gonna get a picture from these different resolutions that you can choose, and it's gonna give you image of moving pictures with a transparent background. So you get it what I'm saying, because you have been work hopefully with After Effects. If not, it's super useful even in Adobe Premiere Pro, or maybe Premiere app on your iPhone, because it's a transparent background and you don't have to be worried that you have to go through the, like, I don't know, keying and removing background in a traditional way as we had like with the green backgrounds. Translate video is quite popular right now because the diversity of the globe is really amazing, and people would love to hear and follow the stories in their mother language and mother tongues. So here you can have access to translating your video from one language to another one. It's super useful, especially for corporate videos. If you are into corporate videos, it is really important for companies and enterprise companies to talk and speak with stakeholders, or maybe the decision makers, or maybe potential customers in the own language. So it's going to be super useful that you don't have to be worried that I'm not good at like Mandarin or Spanish or English or whatever it is. So you can just simply come in here and use the translate video and use it for your next upcoming project. Text to avatar, it's a quite familiar feature for people who are into slop avatar videos, and it's useful because one of the case that I had, and you can find it in my YouTube channel, was the creative marketing mindset that I made. I think we made around 24 different episodes, and that was 3 minutes. We just breaking down the iconic creative marketing campaigns, and what I used was the avatar of myself with my voice to generate videos. So it's basically saving a lot of time. You don't have to set up your camera, go to different locations. You can simply just change the background using your face, using your headshot as a reference for the AI to generate more videos from the original videos. So it's really useful for narrative environment and project. And enhanced speech, you already have access to enhanced speech features through Adobe Podcast enhancement, but it's going to be soon inside the Adobe Firefly directly, so you can use it simply. Audio is basically really important, especially when it's coming to editing video, because it's on the layer of everything, and you have access to a lot of features that's going to be helping you through empowering your project and giving it more and more vibe and feeling in the whole project. Like if you are looking for some special sound effects, or if you want to translate your video, or simply you can just take your phone, record your voice, and change it to music instrument. And it's really fascinating actually how we can use these AI features. We're going to talk about them in different videos, and you're going to know how you can use it. And for the final feature, from the home page tab, you have access to Vector. And Vector is really important, especially when it's coming to printing, I don't know, maybe logo, maybe, I don't know, a banner or something that has to be printed. And also it's a format of the graphic that a lot of people using for their project. If you are not into Illustrator like me, I'm really recommending using the Vector SVG format for your project, because it's going to be scalable. It's not going to be giving you a pixelized image in the end. So it's quite useful when you want to scale up your resolution and using it in different situations. Okay, guys, we talked about the basic features and also what you can have through the Adobe Firefly platform, but I want to also show you the tabs on the left side. When you can see home, boards, files, gallery, and resources, you basically have access to a lot of resources directly in Adobe Firefly. You can go through the lot of tutorials that different people has been made to give you a hint how we can use these features and tools simply for your project. And it's really useful. If you have time, just explore them. They are quite short, 3-4 minutes tutorials that you can use. For those who are more into articles, there is also a text-based tutorial that you can use and see what are the basic knowledge that you are looking for. For example, here is a no limitation in Firefly that we can also check and see what is the limitations here. It's showing you what you can't having from your prompt, and maybe sometimes that you didn't get some different result from what you are looking for. My favorite tab here is definitely gallery, because through the gallery you have access to a lot of inspiration from different people who have been made beautiful, astonishing images on Adobe Firefly. You can also submit your own photos if you are thinking that you have to generate something really beautiful. It's super simple to submit it, and why not? Maybe you see that you're gonna get features on the gallery of Adobe Firefly. So explore them, see which project is interesting for you. You can also explore what the prompt that they use on the project, and explore more about what are the information that they use, and maybe sometimes you can use the same prompt for your own project. It's really fun to explore how the other people's working, and I give the credit to all of these amazing artists that have been done amazing job. This is one of the samples, quite trendy one, when you have transparent hallucinated objects using AI, and you can do the same with the Adobe Firefly for sure. Through the files tab on the left side, you have access to all of the pictures that you have been produced yourself. So in case if you want to go back and explore your prompting or your process with one image, you can simply come back and see what you have been done in your own project. So for example, these are the pictures that I made with Adobe Firefly. And for example, if I am interested to see how I made, I don't know, maybe this photo, I can just come in, see what was the ground prompting and how I choose to make this photo, and explore the prompting process and see the details of what and how I made this. I think you have been already, maybe if you're not, just check my Instagram. I post a series recently that you can see how I use integrated partner into Adobe Photoshop. I use these photos on my project. Okay, the board tab is an infinity canvas that you can use for your project. I think it's one of the most powerful tools that you can explore on Adobe Firefly, because you are not limited to one single photo. Often when you work with a project, when you have some project in your mind, you need some flow from the start to the ending. It has happened before when we made something through, I don't know, a presentation or a brief project to show the people how my thought or my team idea is. But here on Adobe Board, you have access to that infinity canvas that you can put your inspiration photos. You can mix two photos together, or you can have artboard that's going to be used as a ground reference for AI to generate more and more photos. I really enjoying using this, and I think we definitely going to be dive deep to how we can use board on your project, on your next upcoming project. Definitely my favorite one. Definitely, it's my favorite one. So when you want to go back to the homepage, it's really simple. Left up, you click on Firefly logo, and then you're going to jump back to the homepage. All right, I hope that you get a better picture from the Firefly user interface. As you see, it's a really packed, compact model of AI using features in under the one umbrella from Adobe Firefly. And I think it's really good because you don't have to toggle around different platforms to using different features. It is a different, a specialized agent for like audios and also photos to videos and, and so on and so on. But here on Firefly, you have everything under one roof. And it's amazing to use that one-stop shop for your project and exploring how you can do and expand your creativity through the AI. And really quick, my intention is to help you guys by empowering you understanding of creativity workflow, and I really appreciate if you can help me to boost my algorithm in my channel by hitting that thumbs up if you're ready to level up your creative game. Subscribe for weekly AI gem tutorial and follow my Instagram for behind the scenes content and bonus tips.